Stop scrolling. Because this man was told he was weak, slow, and would never succeed. He couldn't read properly. He was bullied. He failed again and again. But today he hangs from airplanes, risks his life for movies, and controls Hollywood without fear. This is not luck. This is not talent. This is the real reason why Tom Cruise is different from everyone. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Dive into what really happened. Stop for a moment. Pause the video. Because what you are about to hear is not a normal Hollywood success story. This is not a story of overnight fame, lucky auditions, or powerful connections. This is the story of a man who was never supposed to make it. When people hear the name Tom Cruise, they think of red carpets, blockbuster movies, private jets, and impossible stunts. They see confidence. They see power. They see success. But very few people know what came before all of that. Before the cameras, before the fame, before the billion-dollar movies, Tom Cruise was a confused and insecure child. He was not confident. He was not popular. He was not strong. In school he struggled deeply. Reading was painful. Learning felt impossible. Teachers didn't understand him. Classmates bullied him. And slowly, he began to believe what others were saying, that he wasn't good enough. He moved constantly from place to place, never feeling settled, never feeling safe. Every new school meant starting over again, facing the same fear, the same failure. While other kids dreamed big, Tom Cruise was just trying to survive. No one looked at that boy and saw a future movie star. Many believed he would never succeed at anything. And that is what makes this story powerful. Because instead of accepting that label, Tom Cruise did something different. He didn't complain. He didn't wait for sympathy. He didn't blame the world. Deep inside he made a quiet decision. I will not stay here. Hollywood tells us success comes from talent, beauty, and luck. Tom Cruise proved something else. He proved that obsession, discipline, and refusal to quit matter more than anything else. He didn't follow the rules. He didn't take the easy path. He didn't become who the world expected him to be. He broke the rules and built his own. And that is why this is not a normal Hollywood story. This is the beginning of how an underestimated boy became one of the most unstoppable figures in cinema history. Tom Cruise's childhood was far from normal. While other children grew up in one home, with stable routines and familiar faces, Tom's life was constant movement. He moved more than 15 times before finishing school. New houses, new schools, new classmates. Again and again he was forced to start over, never feeling rooted, never feeling secure. But the hardest battle wasn't changing cities. It was inside his mind. Tom struggled with dyslexia, a condition that made reading feel impossible. Words didn't stay still on the page. Letters jumped. Sentences blurred. Imagine being a child who wants to learn, who wants to succeed, but your own mind seems to work against you. Each classroom became a place of embarrassment. Each lesson felt like a reminder that he was different, and not in a good way. Teachers didn't understand him. Some thought he was lazy. Others thought he wasn't intelligent enough. And classmates, they mocked him, bullied him, made him feel small. Slowly, Tom began to feel lost, unsure of who he was or where he was going. The future didn't look bright. It looked empty. At one point, acting wasn't even a dream. Tom considered becoming a priest. Not because it was his passion, but because he was searching for purpose, for a place where he belonged. But while the world saw weakness, something powerful was quietly forming inside him. Discipline. Instead of giving up, Tom decided to fight back. Not with anger, but with effort. He trained his mind the way athletes train their bodies. He practiced reading again and again. He worked harder than everyone around him. Failure didn't stop him. It sharpened him. Pain became his teacher. Fear became his fuel. Every insult, every rejection, every moment of self-doubt slowly transformed into strength. He learned how to focus, how to endure, how to push forward even when progress felt invisible. This is where Tom Cruise became different. Most people run from struggle. Tom ran toward it. He didn't allow his broken childhood to define his limits. He used it to build resilience, mental toughness, and an unbreakable work ethic. That broken childhood didn't destroy him. Built a fighter. When Tom Cruise finally became famous, the world expected him to slow down. That's what most actors do. They choose safe roles. They protect their image. They let stunt doubles handle the danger while they stay comfortable behind the scenes. But Tom Cruise did the complete opposite. Instead of playing it safe, he pushed himself harder than ever before. While others avoided risk, Tom chased it. He climbed skyscrapers with no safety net visible. He hung from airplanes thousands of feet above the ground. He ran across rooftops, jumped off buildings, and performed stunts that made even professional stuntmen nervous. And he didn't do it once. He did it again, and again, and again. People often ask, why would someone risk everything when they already have fame, money, and respect? The answer lies in how Tom Cruise thinks. He believes something very few people truly understand. If I ask the audience to believe in me, I must give them everything. For Tom, acting is not pretending. It is commitment. He wants the audience to feel every jump, every fall, every moment of danger as real. And the only way to achieve that is to be real himself. That's why he trains like an elite athlete. Hours of physical training, precision movement, mental focus, strict routines. He prepares his body to handle pressure and pain. At the same time, he studies like a student. Scripts, characters, emotions, timing. Nothing is left to chance. Even after decades of success, Tom Cruise works like his career depends on every single movie. No shortcuts, no excuses, no ego. Most people see success as the finish line. Place to rest, a reason to relax. Tom Cruise sees success differently. To him, success is a responsibility, a promise to the audience, a standard he must meet every time he steps in front of the camera. He believes fame does not give you permission to work less. It demands that you work more. And that mindset is exactly why he has remained at the top while so many others faded away. For Tom Cruise, success was never enough. Because he was never chasing comfort. He was chasing excellence. Tom Cruise does not wake up like most people. He wakes up with purpose. Every single day. His life is built on structure, planning, and intention. From the moment he opens his eyes, he knows exactly what must be done. His fitness, his training, his acting, his time. Nothing is left to chance. Nothing is random. And nothing is lazy. While others wait for motivation, Tom creates discipline. People often describe him with strong words. They say he is obsessed. They say he is extreme. They say he takes things too seriously. But what most people fail to understand is this. Obsession is not a weakness when it is controlled. For Tom Cruise, obsession became a tool, a weapon. The reason he stays sharp while others slowly fade away. He does not rely on mood. He does not rely on inspiration. He shows up whether he feels like it or not. Because he understands a truth that very few people accept. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Tom Cruise also knows that talent alone is never enough. Hollywood is full of talented people. Actors who had one hit movie and disappeared. People who looked promising but couldn't survive pressure, competition, or time. That is why Tom depends on preparation. Every role is studied deeply. Every movement is rehearsed. Every scene is planned. His physical training is intense and consistent, not because he wants to look strong, but because he wants to perform at the highest level. He prepares his mind as much as his body. Focus, timing, control, precision. And this is where his mindset becomes truly different. Tom Cruise understands one powerful rule of life. Talent opens doors, but discipline keeps them open. Talent might get you noticed once. Discipline keeps you relevant for decades. That mindset separates him from everyone else in Hollywood. While others chase comfort, Tom chases mastery. While others slow down with age, he sharpens himself. While others protect their fame, he challenges it. He doesn't ask, "Is this easy?" He asks, Is this excellent? And that question has shaped his entire career. This is not luck. This is not obsession without control. This is discipline repeated daily over decades. And that is why Tom Cruise is not just successful. He is unstoppable. So why is Tom Cruise different from everyone else? Why, after decades in Hollywood, does the world still stop and watch when his name appears on the screen? It's because he never stopped proving himself. Tom Cruise never reached a point where he said, "I've done enough." Fame didn't make him comfortable. Success didn't make him careless. While others slowly reduced their effort, Tom increased his standards. He understood that respect from the audience is not permanent. It must be earned again and again. And that respect is something he protects fiercely. He respects the audience's time. He respects their trust. When people buy a ticket to watch a Tom Cruise film, he believes they deserve honesty, effort, and excellence. That is why he pushes his limits. That is why he takes risks. Not for attention but for authenticity. Fear has never disappeared from his life. But instead of letting fear stop him, Tom Cruise turns fear into action. He uses it as energy, focus, as a reminder that growth lives on the other side of comfort. While many people step back when fear appears, Tom steps forward. And yes, Tom Cruise is not perfect. He has made mistakes. He has faced criticism. He has been judged by the media and questioned by the public. But he never allowed opinions to control his purpose. He listens, he learns, and then he moves forward. Stronger, sharper, more focused. His journey teaches us something deeply important. You don't need a perfect start. You don't need approval from everyone. You don't need excuses to explain your situation. What you need is commitment. Commitment to improve. Commitment to discipline. Commitment to show up even when it's difficult. That is why, decades later, when Tom Cruise walks onto the screen, the world still watches. Not because of nostalgia. Not because of hype. But because he represents consistency, courage, and relentless effort. And that is why legends are not born. They are built. One decision, one discipline, and one fearless step at a time.